What's up, guys? All right, I'm in my office here. I got a lot of questions about some problems, and I want to hopefully go over this and clarify some things. So one of the trickiest solids to find the volume of is a triangular prism. All right, and so we talked about how in a prism, it's the area of the base times the height of the prism. Okay, now the area is going to have two numbers in it, depending on the shape of the particular base. Since we're only doing really rectangular prisms and triangular prisms, we're going to have those formulas. So if it were a rectangle, it would be length times width of the rectangle times the height of the prism. If it were a triangle, it would be the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle divided by 2 times the height of the prism. So this is where some students are getting confused because there's two heights when we do triangular prisms. So let me go over a couple examples. In this example here, okay, we have a triangular prism, and right here, this 90-degree angle tells us that we have a height and we have a base. Okay, so now this height is not the height of the prism, it's the height of the triangle. This is the height of the prism right here. Okay, this is the height of the triangle. So our formula would tell us to find the area of this. So if we made up numbers like 4 and 6, for example, right, the area of this would be 4 times 6 divided by 2. Right, so that would end up giving you an area of 12. Then what we do is we take that 12 and we multiply it by whatever height of the prism is. So I just made up a number of 10. So what you can actually do is plug it into a fraction, something like this. So this would be the base and height of the triangle. This would be the height of the prism, and then the divided by 2 comes from the triangle formula for area. So let's try another one. And we're going to have a special guest up here. This is Mr. Teddy. He's going to protect us and protect the board. All right, so let's do another one here. What if we had 6 and 7 and 4, something like that? Okay, so we know that the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2 times the height of the prism. So that would be your setup. Okay, all right, now, uh-oh, my dog just took my eraser. Okay, what if we had a different kind of triangle in this case? What if we had something like this, and then it gave you this dashed line? Well, that dashed line is going to be the height of the triangle. So say it was 4, say this was 7, and this was 2. Okay, obviously not to scale. All right, so what is the area of the triangle? The area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. Okay, then we multiply it by the height of the prism, like that. Okay, now what happens is we get problems, something like this. What if this were 6, 6, 6, and 4? Okay, so what kind of triangle is that? That's an equilateral triangle. So the base is 6, but what's the height? We don't know. It's not 6. Okay, it's not 6. This is called the slant height. So we have to find the height. And if you guys remember from trig, we talked about 30, 60, 90s. So there's 2 ways to do this. All right, one, if we split this down like this to find the height of the triangle, this is 3, okay, because it's half of it. So we can use Pythagorean theorem to solve for height, or we can use what we remember from shortcuts of 30, 60, 90s. It's your choice on what you remember and what you recall. Since we've kind of been doing this the last lesson or 2, we'll continue with this, and then at the end I'll show you the 30, 60, 90 shortcut. All right, so we're going to square these numbers. And then we'll subtract. And then we square root. And so the square root of 25 is going to be 5. Did I do that right? No, it's 27. 27, there you go. Okay, and this is going to be like 5.1 or 5.2. I don't know, I don't have the calculator in front of me right now. All right, so what you would do then is the base of the triangle is 6 times whatever this decimal is, divided by 2, and then we multiply it by the height of the prism. Okay, and then whatever that would be. And then again, if it's a decimal answer, round it to the nearest whole number unless I say otherwise. Okay, all right, let's try the shortcut now. So we know that this is the hypotenuse and this is the short side. And the shortcut is that it's half. Then the long side is 3 times the square root of 3. So whatever this is going to be your decimal answer to that. Okay, so if you type in 3 times square root of 3 times 6 times 4 divided by 2 and then convert it to a decimal whole answer, that would be what you do there. Okay, so if you use the shortcut, you take the base and you cut it in half. Whatever it is, you cut it in half. And then that number, whatever that number is, you multiply it by the square root of 3 to get the height of the triangle. So hopefully this helps. If you do have questions, just shoot me a message and I'll do what I can to help you out. Have a good week, guys.